Alright. Before we examine the body once more, let's try opening this, trash thing. Door.
This trash container is locked. The sliding lid has a padlock that says, "Whirling in rags."
I will open the padlock with the key.
With a well-oiled crack, the lock pops open. It should now be possible to simply raise the lid. Don't.
Oh.
Maybe you shouldn't.
What's this?
Just the feeling. A warning from some part of you.
I will open the lid.
The smell of rotten food rises to greet you. You see soggy cartons, dirty rags, and organic waste.
Oh.
We're just in time. This hasn't been emptied for over a week.
Okay, I'll search the food waste.
It's just organic waste, cold and slimy on your hands. Apple and potato peels, mostly. Unidentified sludge, and the occasional chicken bone thrown in for good measure. But hey.
Yeah?
What's this?
What's what?
A blue piece of plastic sticks out from the apple peels. It's shiny. Looks like the corner of something.
Alright, I will pick it out.
Something larger. A clipboard. A blue plastic clipboard with moist papers hanging from it. They look badly damaged, but you can still make out forms and notes, written in a man's handwriting.
Officer, is that your paperwork?
I mean, I really don't know what this is.
It is. Look, the plastic has the RCM street grid on it.
Oh.
You've even got an autopsy form in there.
Oh.
If you don't mind me asking, how did this get in the trash?
Maybe I needed to lose it for the great bloodletting to begin?
What are you talking about?
I speaketh the tongue.
Doeth thou also thorough inventories? You should take stock of your notes. Make sure it's all there. Official notes contain informants' names. If some of it has fallen into the hands of the RCM's adversaries, bloodletting may well ensue.
Yeah, alright, I'll do that.
It would also not hurt to start taking notes on the case. Now, tell me what your eagle eyes see. Or are we finished?
Some items, such as the ledger you found, are interactable. Go to your inventory and select the Interact tab to read your paperwork.
Thank you, tutorial agent. I will pick at the rags.
Among the threadbare kitchen towels, something catches your eye. A pair of denim trousers.
I will grab them.
As the legs of the slime-covered jeans begin to unspool from the garbage, a rank corpse smell fills the air.
Oh.
The victim's clothes? Cadaverine odor is faint. If these belong to the deceased, they were removed when he was still in the early stages of decay. Drop them in here, officer.
Alright.
Guitar marked blue jeans. Pockets empty or emptied. He wore them with a belt, too. A white belt. The loops appear stretched, but the belt is missing. That's it. Do you see anything else in there? I have another bag here.
Something slimy catches your eye.
I will reach for it.
A drab, long-sleeved shirt, olive-colored, appears from the food waste, dripping with pus.
I will bag the pus-covered shirt.
This is a military-type overgarment. No label or serial number. This is the kind of rib-knit shirt that's worn over light armor to conceal it in an urban scenario. Anything more?
The rest of the rags are just kitchen variety waste. A yellow old mug that catches your eye. But other than that...
A thrown-out towel, a mug. That's all.
All right. We should go to Gart again and ask if he knows who put the clothes in the trash. It could be as simple as someone from the hostel cleaning the yard. Or that one. I'd advise against confronting that force.
You think someone from the whirling might have been involved, maybe?
Not really. All we know is the victim's clothes are in the trash, the lid was locked, and his establishment had the key. It's just a small loose thread.
Alright, yeah. We need to ask the kids who put them there.
The fuck's he on about? Kids?
Oh?
You hear that, Kuno? He thinks you're an infant or something.
See?
Okay.
The lieutenant nods, then looks back into the trash container.
I will look under the boxes of carton.
You see milk and egg rest with one broken egg in it, some pasta wrapper. Picking up the soggy packages somehow feels familiar.
This feels familiar.
A box falls into pieces in your hands. Batiste Soleil cereal. There are plastic pasta packages below, and turbo noodles. Nothing of note, however.
Oh. Alright, I'm gonna get that mug, too.
You pick out a broken mug with an oddly racist depiction of the yellow man frolicking in saffron.
Oh. An antique, is it?
Only in its social sensibility.
Right. I will take it. There we go.
The container sounds a muffled gong.
That's one thing off the list. I think we got it all.
Yeah. I think so, too. Now let's examine the body.
The rotting man lies on his side with his eyes looking straight through you. The belt is still around his neck. His body is supine and open to intrusion by autopsy. The lieutenant adjusts his glasses and takes a deep breath.
Alright, I will try to remove the dead man's boots.
I thought we decided to leave it to processing. Let's not turn this into some kind of circus.
Oh yeah, I have to wait for him to go to sleep. Alright, first, what exactly is a field autopsy?
Come on, officer. You know what a field autopsy is. You've done 100 of them.
I have?
What you do know is, at 18.9 kilometers, the dormant shield volcano, Corpus Mundi, is the world's highest summit, and the failure of the 38 single, Et puis descend, to crack the top 20 was the death knell of disco. But what a field autopsy is, you have no idea.
Why don't you know, Brain? What use are you?
You must have me confused with the Copperpedia.
What's a copopedia? I think I should talk to him.
You, sir, you are the Copperpedia.
Oh. Well, do you have another pair of gloves?
Unfortunately, no.
Well, I'm gonna need a pair then. Can we return to this shortly? It seems that we have glove hunting to do.
Let's not go glove hunting, please. Let's use division of labor. I perform the anatomical side, while you take notes.
Oh, alright. Where should I take these notes? In my paperwork?
Yes, you see, the field autopsy form is the one on red copier paper.
One on the red copier paper. Okay.
The dead man stares in silence as you crack open the ledger. The bright red paper is covered in boxes and lists, describing the condition of his skin and organs in 3 parts. Above those, an 11-field info form needs filling out first. It begins with
Number 1, assistant.
That's you.
Oh god, only the first question and already I don't know the answer.
Just leave it empty, officer.
I will leave it empty, officer.
the corpse lies there, indifferent to your retrograde amnesia. The next box says,
Coroner's case number?
KK57-0803.0815.
KK57 0803.0815.
Next,
Name?
NA. Next,
Date of birth?
NA.
Age?
Roughly 50.
Roughly 50.
The corpse looks ageless, like meat on a hook.
Race?
Mondial.
Fair to olive-skinned, from the Isola of Mwindi. This is as vague as it gets. You might as well say whitish.
Alright, race white-ish.
The pudgy mess of curdled meat looks neither mondial nor anything other.
Alright, sex?
Fucky fucky!
Male.
Right.
Pigs can have sex?
Male.
Nor does he look male, with his pregnant belly and indistinguishable face.
Date of death.
We're still going with March 4th. 51.
Alright. 4th of March, 51.
What else? 9. Body identified by is non-applicable. 10. Case number is the same as the coroner's case.
KK 57 0503 0815 listens motionless, with the cargo belt still around his neck. Only one box remains.
11. Evidence of treatment?
None. At least not after the initial examination.
And what exactly is treatment, anyway?
Interfering with the body's position or wounds post-mortem.
Well, I'm not so sure about that.
A silent nod. The lieutenant places his gloved hand on the corpse's chest, as if in preparation. Your central nervous system recognizes this gesture. It's the stations of the breath. Ecclesiastic, religious in nature, a holdout from pre-DeLorean burial rites. It takes him 2 seconds to perform. Then,
We should start the post-mortem.
Okay, then.
the corpse cannot feel Kim's hand on his chest. It no longer meaningfully interacts with its surroundings. A thicket of boxes and lists on red copier paper tries to answer why.
Alright, let's start with the external examination summary.
Clothes. The deceased wears armored boots and white briefs. The make of the briefs is Babrodine, I think. Let's see.
See, it's happening.
Babrodine, yes. Inexpensive. Size M. Color white.
The disappointment is palpable. The red-haired thing was expecting something more lurid.
Alright, armored boots, white briefs, Barbadine, size M, color white.
The boots are ceramic, vitreous enamel. They are fused to his skin from blood flowing downward post-mortem. Removal of the boots is left for processing.
It would be clever of you to omit the boots altogether, sire. If you are to keep them for yourself, as you ought to, you have deserved them more than anyone else.
Man, when am I gonna get them?
Patience. After the autopsy, before the body is taken away, there will be a window of opportunity. After the lieutenant has gone to sleep. I hope this has helped you, my liege.
You know what, I'm not so sure this is worth it anymore, because, I mean, sure, I can do it behind his back, but the next day when he wakes up, he's gonna see me walk around with his boots. He knows that I want his boots, and they're not exactly easy to hide, so it's just not worth it.
Tattoos.
Alright.
The upper torso is covered in a single continuous tattoo, resembling a national pattern. It reaches from the right shoulder to the heart. The ink is blue and white. The assistant has a color photograph of the markings to be added to the case files as document A1. The photo is taken on the scene using a Trigat Mini. The deceased has a belt for airlifting cargo around his neck, tied with a hangman's knot. Color yellow. Length 3 meters. There is a buckle on the other end. Well-nourished, athletically built, measuring 1.8 meters. Generally consistent with age, about 50. Preservation is good. Ambient temperature, below freezing. Body hair is light brown. Distribution is consistent with age. The deceased had male pattern baldness. Hair is combed back, short.
Alright, short, light brown, male pattern baldness.
Lividity is consistent with hanging. The head is congested. Contusions are present on the head, chest, and thighs. Consistent with stones thrown post-mortem. Low velocity.
Fucking low velocity? You think Kuno doesn't know what you're talking about? Velocity was fucking max. Talking shit about Kuno's velocity.
In addition, there are bite marks on the face, scalp, and chest. Consistent with predation.
Yep.
Ligature mark. The steel wiring. There's too much of it. We need to remove the belt so we can get to the ligature mark.
You got just the right tool for that. The chain cutters.
Good thing we got these chain cutters.
Always good to think ahead. Now, we need to cut the belt to see the ligature mark below. Carefully, with as much precision as you can.
See? My pig is gonna fuck his head off.
No, he ain't. Your pig's a boring fuck.
Alright, I'll look for a good spot to cut.
The belt is equally tight around the whole circumference of his neck, swelling over the edges like white bread rising from the east.
Alright then. I will cut the belt off.
You jam the cutters right under the knot. That seems like a smart idea. Yeah, somewhere there. Already they're buried deep in the man's flesh. Then you rotate them to get a better hold. Then...
I'll rotate some more.
a really, really bad smell is coming from there now. And some kind of cracking sound.
Alright, I'll cut some.
Yeah, fuck him. Fuck that faggoty. Corpse fucking time.
No, not the...
Told you my pig was hardcore.
I didn't mean
I
it
should
like...
have a go first. I think I have a strategy.
Alright, go on then.
He sinks the cutters into the knot, preparing to perform the cuts, with his elbow to his knee for precision. Yes, that's much better form than you had.
Oh, man.
Snap. The knot is slashed. Another
Hey.
cut and the belt falls apart like a flower bouquet, revealing the dead man's neck and the dark
Nice.
red ligature mark around it.
Alright then.
Here,
Nice.
the rope rises to a point, leaving a gap in the ligature mark. The suspension point is in the back of the neck, on the nape.
As it ought to. This is where its grip on the curdled meat is gentlest, pulling up.
Hemorrhaging is observed on the skin, above and below the ligature mark. The mark is well pronounced, consistent with a drop from 1 or 1.5 meters.
Alright, 1 or 1.5 meters. Got it.
Chest is intact. Normal contour. Abdomen is protuberant. Pelvis intact. Genitalia...
No! It's gonna happen, see?
I fucking knew it.
Genitalia is male and unremarkable. No evidence of injury.
Are you sure? Let me have a look.
The dead man's penis is average-sized, congested from the downward collection of blood. The testicles are uneven in length, hanging underneath. The genitalia is greenish. Marbling is present around the crotch.
Marbling?
You should touch it.
No. No thanks, brain. I'm good. I'll write it down and move on.
Back is symmetrical and intact. Upper and lower extremities are intact, but asymmetrical. There are combat injuries on the right hand, thigh, and hip.
Bullets have bitten little pieces out of him. It must have been excruciating, especially the hip. Before you is a temple of pain that knew little tenderness in life.
In addition, I see smaller, residual scars, too numerous to count, covering about 30% of his skin.
Seems like this is the body of a soldier, a mercenary, maybe.
We have a real museum here. Of battles, wars. Last item. Hands. Hands are clean. No sign of a recent struggle.
I didn't know we were expecting any.
I was. Maybe I'm just not seeing them. Honestly, this stench is making it hard for me to think at the moment.
Oh, okay. Stench is making hard to think.
Ooh. That's all for the external. Well done. What next?
Let's work on the description of injuries.
I'm afraid we can't continue before we've gone through both the external and internal examination first, thoroughly.
Oh, all right. I was trying to give you a break by, leaving the internal examination for later. But if you want to get it over with right now, let's get it over with.
Central nervous system. I have nothing. Do you have anything on this man's central nervous system?
You don't even have a joke.
Nope.
Musculoskeletal. Purge fluid is coming from the mouth. Not injury related. Eyes and tongue protuberant. Hyoid bone. Let's see.
With his eyes almost closed, the lieutenant puts his hand on the dead man's throat and begins to massage it, gently. A rotting smell erupts from the mouth. Purge fluid runs down his lips, black and viscous. You hear cracks as the lieutenant moves his sharp fingers inside the flesh, like the creaking of an old house at night.
Yeah, jack that fucker off!
The hyoid bone is fractured. The rest of the musculoskeletal system is intact. Unremarkable.
Alright.
Respiratory system. Oral cavity shows no lesions. The victim has received dental implants, possibly after a combat wound. Mouth swollen. Hemorrhaging present in mucosa of the lips and mouth.
Let me take a look in there.
No scream, no sigh of relief rises from the darkness inside. It's humid there. Sickly sweet air, unlike anything living. You feel like you're about to throw up again, straight in that mouth of his. No, you don't. You can keep it in. You can keep anything in.
Okay, I'll look even deeper inside then.
You manage to suppress the contractions trying to enter your stomach. All it takes is concentration. Through it, you see nothing but darkness. More meat and darkness. Mute silence as always.
Hemorrhaging present in mucus.
Alright, hemorrhaging in mucus.
Hepatobiliary. NA.
What? What do you mean NA? We don't have anything?
Are you a hepatobiliary expert?
I don't know what that is, so I guess not.
Neither am I.
So that's it?
That's it.
Alright, that's it.
Same for toxicology and serology. NA.
Alright, NA.
Cardiovascular. The body exhibits heavy lividity. Blood has gathered in the hands, feet, and neck. Hypostasis is visually consistent with the hanging.
Consistent with hanging.
Gastrointestinal. Digested semi-solid food in stomach. Voila. What's next on the list?
Well, now that we've fully examined the body, let's work on description of injuries.
Let's see. We have bite marks, contusions on the head and chest, and a ligature mark encircling the neck. You'll need 3 fields. Leave a 4th one too.
What's the 4th one for?
Nothing. Just in case.
Alright, what about the injuries we have inflicted?
Oh, so we inflicted them?
Well, yeah, this is a team effort, isn't it?
You mean the incision on the thorax from a chain cutter? That was not a team effort, and I wouldn't mention it. Muddies the water.
Alright, so... back to injuries, then?
Injuries.
Right, contusions.
So, the scalp bleeds from a post-mortem head injury. A stone. The injury does not have the rim of an early inflammatory response. The perpetrator on the scene has confessed to causing it post-mortem.
At maximum velocity, fucko!
Has confessed to causing it at maximum velocity.
Confessed to maximum velocity.
Coagulated blood sticks to his scalp and chest, where the countless stones have hit the dead man. Beneath, the description of injury. 2 boxes.
Alright. Post-mortem, non-fatal.
Right. Next.
Bite marks.
Head, chest and scalp bite mark injuries. Predation by birds has caused damage to the body. Odontologist does not need to be consulted. And your opinion, officer?
Non-fatal, post-mortem.
Agreed. Next injury?
Ligature mark.
A dark red abraded ligature mark encircling the neck, with a gap on the nape measuring, let's say, 7 centimeters. The hyoid bone is fractured, the cervical column intact. I see hemorrhaging on the skin, above and below the ligature mark. Depth of the mark, 1 centimeter. No signs of clawing on the neck.
Below the note, 2 customary boxes wait to be ticked. The man's head jerks to the side. The ring around his neck is visible.
Alright, non-fatal, post-mortem.
Why do you say that?
Because I don't think that's the injury that killed him.
Okay. Why don't you think it was fatal?
Well, I mean, look at his hands. Why weren't they tied? Big man like that, I would tie his hands when marching him to the gallows, no?
Honestly, I'm not sure there weren't marks on his wrist. That part got blurry for me. The stench. But you're right, I was ready to call this. Now I think we should leave it empty, at least for the time being. Let's wrap this up. I pronounce this field autopsy over.
Alright, so how did that go?
It was an irregular field autopsy. We did not establish cause of death, which is supposed to be the goal of an autopsy. But, personally, I do not see this as a parameter for success.
Alright, anything else?
We were thorough with the list of injuries, too. We described them all in detail. What is there to say? Given the circumstances, it was a professional field autopsy.
Alright, an irregular but professional field autopsy.
Oh yeah, well done, Master Detective. Maybe a drink is in order?
So what now?
I need a copy of that autopsy form. Then I will drive him to Faubourg
Alright, there you go.
for processing.
You tilt your head, also looking at the corpse.
Now I'll ask you again, dead man. Tell me, who are you?
I'm gone.
Gone? Where have you gone?
Into the wild pale yonder.
And where's that?
In the past. Way out in the west.
Alright, well I can see you're gone, but who are you?
I'm a joke. Look at me.
I don't see anything funny about you.
There is nothing funny about jokes either.
But who were you when you were alive?
A killer. A motherfucker. And a killer.
Oh. I have another question for you, dead man.
Go ahead, Coppo.
What's happening?
What do you mean?
Well, I'm talking to you, right?
It's the power of your imagination.
Oh.
Go ahead. Ask me more questions. You fucking love questions.
I do, don't I? Why do I love questions so much?
Because you're a copperoonie. Look at all of them go. Do you want more questions?
Yeah, give me some questions.
Here you go, you loony.
Thanks. Hey, is my name, Rooney?
Fuck no. You're no Rooney.
Alright. I guess that's obvious.
Between you and me, your name is probably Harry.
You think so? You think I could really be Harry?
You can be anything you want, brother Coppo.
Well, why do I feel like I've forgotten something terrible?
Because you have.
Oh. Alright, enough.
Come back later, Coppo. Amuse yourself with my frank manners and my memento mori features. If possible, also, see me in your dreams.
Alright, I'll, let me see if I can search the body one more time thoroughly.
You run your hands over the victim's cold body, his limbs, his torso with its swollen organs. Maybe you should be more thorough.
I'll look under his fingernails, like Kim already did.
His fingernails have turned dark. They're chipped and quite long. There is dirt under them. That's all.
That's all?
Do you think we missed something?
I think so. I think there's something we're not seeing.
Okay, well, we are in livor mortis here. He is disintegrating. We need to refrigerate the body if we want to conduct another examination, and we need to do it fast.
Alright, but where do we find a fridge for the body?
It would have to be industrial in size. Let's start by asking Gart at the Whirling in Rags and the Fritz store down at the gates. If they don't know, but only if all else fails.
Oh.
Fuck are you looking at, Beano man? You want a piece of the Kuno? Wanna get fucked?
Only if all else fails.
Alright, well let's hurry then.
This is one task we cannot sideline. With every hour, whatever we are looking for will become harder to find.
Alright, I understand. Alright, we got some
Aces high.
thoughts.
For the rest of the world, the aces high is just a cool Revachol thing. Politically neutral. In Revachol, it still holds revolutionary connotations. Also, have you looked at Lieutenant Kitsuragi's clothes? He wears a bomber jacket, just like the ones worn by aerostatic brigades, and those cargo pants could store tools for hotfixing your aerostatic. Maybe you should ask him about this.
Alright. I also found out about the 15th Indo tribe. And I leveled up. Alright, I'll level up something here now. I'll level up... I'll level up my endurance, I guess. I did take a bad hit. So now I'm gonna need to repair my endurance. What did I learn, though? I learned that there was a 15th Indo tribe. It was comprised of 8 kids from Farbor, and North Jamrock, running from wild dogs in the valley, hiding scents under rocks, and stealing clothes off clotheslines. And sometimes even the copper wiring off phone lines. I may have been one of them. This must be a childhood memory. The 15th Indo tribe was my Indo tribe, set to rule Insulende. The rest of the kids are dead now. Car accidents and drug overdoses. Only I remain. Alright, Kitsuragi?
Yes?
I want to talk about you.
What about me?
You're wearing a Revolutionary Air Brigade jacket, aren't you?
What? This? It's just seasonal clothing.
Those look like airman pants. Good for storing tools in.
Where is this going?
You see, Kim, I have this place in my head where I develop new ideas and connections.
Interesting. I think it's called the brain.
Well, no, it's more than that.
Anyway.
In this special place, I have come to suspect that you have some kind of thing with the Revolutionary Air Brigades.
I do not have a thing with Revolutionary Air Brigades in particular.
Well, how about just air brigades, then?
Okay, I wanted to become an aerostatic pilot. Then I turned 10 and realized we no longer have an air force.
Are you sure the Revolutionary has got nothing to do with this?
Absolutely nothing.
Alright, thank you. My mind is satisfied.
Good.
That's all for now.
Good. Let's change the subject.
Alright, nothing for now. Thank you for your time. Kuno.
Fuck does Kuno care?
Kuno, I have more questions about the crime scene.
Yeah? The kingdom of Kuno? The fuck do you want with it?
Dead man's clothes were in the trash container. How did they get there, Kuno?
Yeah, Kuno doesn't know shit about that. That shit is beneath Kuno.
Well, I need to know. It could be a lead in the investigation. Someone may have tampered with the murder scene.
Listen. Kuno doesn't care about this small-time shit. Just listen. Kuno saw what you did there, dumpster diving. Sad shit.
No, it's called investigating.
Kuno could hook you up with some sweet rags. Shit like Kuno's wearing. Your size, good price. 500 real.
You'd have to be blind not to notice the giant white letters F-A-L-N running down his trouser leg.
Hold on, I asked you what happened to his clothes. You must have seen them lying around.
Look, Kuno ain't seen shit lying around, except for that there. Now you want performance gear or not, Grandpa?
The lieutenant remains silent, but his expression couldn't say, "I told you so," any louder.
Alright, Kuno, entertain me. What's so great about these pants?
Pig, these are found modulars. Liquid fit, performance crotch, urban survival shit. Made in Mirova by scientists. Pants scientists. Believe it, you need this shit.
These could drastically improve your chances of survival in the urban wilderness. Coach Physical Instrument endorses these pants. They are tartan ready.
Alright, I might be interested in the pants. Let's talk about this later.
Alright, Pico. Shit's rolling.
Don't do business with the pig, Kuno. He's gonna steal all your money, Kuno.
As you can see, Kuno and C don't trust you. Can't do business without trust.
There's more to his distrust than being a pig. He feels threatened by something obscure in you. What that is, however, remains a puzzle for now.
Alright, Kuno. There was also a mug in the trash.
The fuck? A mug in the trash? Is this about the fucking clothes again?
Yes. Does this racist mug have anything to do with it?
Yeah, Kuno sees where this is going. Kuno's got that fast brain. You saying you pigs are after the mug fucker 'cause he's the clothes fucker?
I can't hear you, Kuno. Speak louder, Kuno.
That's exactly what I'm saying, Kuno. Someone has tampered with the crime scene, cleaned some of it up.
Shit, that's tense. Someone's going to the beat-down basement, huh? Mug guy gonna get tied to the radiator.
The kid may have something there. He's already come up with an interrogation technique too.
Interesting.
Kuno doesn't know who put that shit in there. And if he did, he wouldn't squeal. But if you find out, maybe you can...
Stop turning into a pig, Kuno. They're trying to get you hooked on the snitching. Get away from my Kuno.
Yeah? Get your bacon shit away. Kuno doesn't like to be seen with the popo. Get your shit done and out of Kuno's face.
Alright, let's talk about something else, Kuno.
Yeah, whatever. Kuno doesn't give a shit.
I want to discuss the body with you again, Kuno.
The fuck about it?
Oh, nothing?
You're
Get lost.
Thank you. I just needed to hear that one more time. Alright, I'm off, Kuno.
Kuno doesn't fucking care.
I know you don't. No one cares about me.
Kuno, the pig's getting pretty close to me. Come to snuff my shit out, I think. Looks like it's time for me to go, Kuno. Pig's come to take me in.
No. I just want to ask you some questions.
I'm going away for a long, long time, Kuno. Going away for life.
Now, hold on.
What's going on there? Fuck are you trying to pull, pig?
Child, converse with me.
Murder was the case they gave me.
Oh,
I'll die before I squeal, pig.
look. What are those strange words you're using, girl?
I come from the woods, good Davidu. You don't want to go there with me. You don't want to see what I've seen.
Oh, yeah?
Don't be traumatizing here. Get the fuck out of here.
I'll die before I squeal, pig.
Hey, you there, behind the fence.
You don't want to fuck with me.
You can still see the top of her hat from behind the fence.
Alright, this is going nowhere.